Champagne for my niggas in here, man.
See if people really care, but look, we passed that.
What's up, y'all? It's Coach Justin. We're here again at the Sit Down Podcast. We have a very, very special guest. My guy, Certified Said. How's it going, man?
Oh, man, it's good, man.
We started off, man, with this new hot song you got, bro. I love that song. I saw like the Stewie Films version of. Do you have an actual video out of it?
Yeah.
You do. You just put that out.
I just put it out probably, Friday?
Was that like a conscious decision to do the Stewie film? Is it called Stewie Films?
Yeah.
Was that a conscious decision to do that first and then drop your own video, or did the buzz from the Stewie Films kind of push you into the video?
I actually already had the video.
Really?
I even did the Stewie performance.
Really?
Basically, I just felt like I didn't really want to just drop the video quick like that. I wanted to kind of build some content around the song first and then drop the video.
That's smart.
So,
especially these days, it's like with the microwave era, I feel like, I don't know, that's crazy. I didn't even mean to jump right into the music thing, but since we're here, it's like everything is so, no rollouts, you know what I mean? No promotion.
Yeah.
It's just like to promote their albums, they just delete everything off Instagram or something like that, even the big time artists. So that's dope to see that you at least put some thought behind it. So how's it feeling with the buzz coming from it? I'll be seeing everybody reposting it and shit. That's dope. I know you've been rapping for a minute, which we'll get into, but
yeah, it's cool. It's like I've been putting out so much music. I put out music all the time, but just to see like certain feedback from certain people, or just a lot of feedback, or just new people coming in, it's like it feel like you're getting your kind of just due, but at the beginning, like you just starting. So it's cool. It's a cool feeling for sure.
And I can imagine as an artist, like you can you get support regardless, but you can feel like the support. You can feel the difference in the levels in certain songs as far as the energy and stuff.
For sure.
Is Poppin Champagne feeling like one of them?
Poppin Champagne feel like more people relating, or I wouldn't say necessarily relate to, but they feel it. Like, so I feel a little feedback for sure. I see it for sure.
That's what's up. So let's get into your story, man. Take us back to young Certified Said, born and raised, how you grew up, and then we'll just go from there.
So I grew up Oakland, California, East Oakland, 73rd area. I had both of my parents in my life, so.
Really?
For sure.
Was that like a common thing between you and your friend group, or you were an anomaly with that?
Nah, that really wasn't. It was cool. Like I had partners and shit that had like they either had their mama or they either had their dad, or like. Did
you have like an appreciation for that? Did you realize how prominent that was in that moment, or in hindsight, or do you now even kind of look at it like a blessing?
I appreciated it. I always appreciated it, but like getting older, it's like you realize more of a effect that it kind of had on you. So
like in a negative way?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
For sure.
Right. Okay.
Just like the decisions you make, or like how you want to, like say if you in a relationship, or just whatever in general. Like,
do you have kids?
No.
Okay.
I got no kids yet. I'm trying to one day.
Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Yeah, but no, I didn't mean to interrupt you though. So but you do feel it now as an adult. You know what I mean? Just feeling like that. That support, having mom and dad in the same household. And
no, for sure. That made me not make a lot of decisions.
That's dope. Like
my partners, some of my partners that didn't have their dad or their mom or shit, you could see. Like you could tell, like they make irrational decisions. They don't really make decisions based off like the long run. You feel me? Like me, I be more so thinking like down the line and shit.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So how were you growing up? You got siblings, or you only child? How was that?
I got 2 siblings. I got a little brother. We got different moms though. Okay. And then I got a little sister. We got the same mom and dad.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you're the oldest?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How was that? Did you ever feel any pressure being the oldest sibling?
Yeah.
Did you have to babysit at all?
No, I ain't really have to babysit, because it was always either we had my grandma's house. My grandma, she got all the grandkids. It's 10 kids at her house.
Okay.
So you feel me? It was like I ain't really have to babysit like that.
I feel like that's not as common no more, man. The old school grandma being over at grandma's house.
You got grandmas now, they 30.
They in the club with us, huh?
Grandmas now 30 and shit, man. 40.
So what's the age gap between you and your siblings? Like how much older are you than both of them?
My little sister, I want to say I'm like 6 years older than her. And then my little brother, I want to say I'm like 4.
4? Okay. So not too
like
not too much.
Yeah.
Are you guys close?
Me and my little sister close for sure.
Okay.
Me and my little brother, we close, we cool, we talk here and there, but
not super close.
It's a little distance between that though, for sure.
I understand. So what about how were you in school growing up? Was you outside at an early age running around?
For sure. I was probably outside, man. Probably like not like I want to say like 10, 11.
Really?
For sure.
Getting in trouble or just kind of just running around?
Nah, not getting in trouble, just running around. Like even like from sports, and then just like said we playing sports. Then after we outside, like type shit.
I feel like a lot of our first friends came from obviously in the neighborhood too, but then the sports team kind of
for sure. I
broaden our horizons.
I played baseball.
Oh really?
Little leagues.
Oh, that's what's up.
For sure.
That's what's up. At this field, what is it on over there?
Greenman.
Yeah. That's where you played at?
For sure.
I feel like everybody played over there.
I played for the Saints, man.
For real?
Yeah.
That's dope. So yeah, take us back to how you were growing up. Were you a bad kid? I know you mentioned you weren't getting in trouble outside. But what about in the household? Were you like on punishment all the time? Or?
I wasn't no bad kid. Like I wasn't getting into like trouble and shit like that. But I for sure was on punishment. Like when it came to like school and shit. I'd be kind of getting in trouble at school.
You didn't really like school like that?
Then I deal with it afterwards, like at home and shit. But my dad, he was kind of strict.
Really?
You feel me? He was kind of strict on school and shit. But
was mom and pops young when they had you?
My dad was like 30.
Okay. So not too young.
My mom, I think she was like 25 or something like that.
Okay, not too young.
Yeah.
Were you like fighting and shit a lot growing up, or?
Not too much. I had a couple though.
I mean, I feel like we all had to at some point, but you wasn't.
We weren't just really running around fighting like.
You seem like a pretty calm mannered dude.
Yeah, I'm calm.
Until you're not.
Yeah, until I am.
I feel you on that. So, how early does music come into play?
Oh man, like far as making it myself or just music in general?
Both.
Music in general, that's like day one.
Did anybody in your family do music? Anybody that you kind of looked up to in your family or?
No, that's crazy. I never even thought about that. No.
Really? So where do you think it came from? Like, where does your love for it come from?
My love just comes from just music in general, just listening to it.
So was moms and pops playing the music in the house growing up?
Waking up, my mama downstairs, she cleaning up, playing music. You feel me?
What types? What types of music? Like, what genres were you listening to?
She off Anita Baker and Teddy and like shit like that, LSG and shit like that.
That's what's up.
Ain't gonna lie though, but the first like that I can remember, the first little rap that she always a playing shit, All Eyes on Me, Tupac.
Really?
For sure.
And were you young, like fucking with it, or was it just something that was just like you just remember moms doing? Man,
I was fucking with it for sure. I was fucking with it for sure. I think 2 of America's Most Wanted was popping in. Him and Snoop Dogg, for sure.
That's crazy, bro. Thinking back on those times, do you remember what your first like CD that you bought on your own? It don't even have to be with your own money, but it was like, I want that CD for me.
I ain't gonna lie, that might be like, keep it real, it might be Romeo.
Sure. I ain't mad at that.
For sure.
You know what I think mine is, but I could be wrong.
Just because that was like as a kid, that's what was going on. Like when we like 7, 8, 9.
Yeah,
shit.
having a chat.
Them was who was popping like Romeo, Bow Wow and shit.
Yeah, that's a
for sure.
I want to say my first CD, and I could be wrong, but I want to say it was Country Grammar.
Damn.
Ellie. I think. But I had an older sister that was like 6 years older than me, so a lot of her music was passed down to me, and that's when the mix CDs was big. So I would just take her mix CDs after she was done with them, and that's kind of how I got my music.
My cousin, like on some shit like that, my older cousins, like I said, it was like 10 of us at my grandma's house. So my older cousins, I'm probably like 6, 7. They probably like 14, like 13, 14 and shit. So they off like. I'm listening to what they listen to, like they listening to Hot Boys and shit. Like we running around. I'm Wayne and shit.
Right. We did that too. That's hella funny. Sure. So speaking of influences and early music touches, like do you, outside of hip hop, like what other genres are you? I know you said moms listen to a lot of the old soulful type songs, but anything else? Man,
I be R&B for real.
Still to this day.
I got an R&B playlist right now.
That's dope.
I'm what? Total and fucking SWV and shit, Bobby Brown. Donnell Jones, like one of my top ones though. I be off Donnell hard.
With such an original style, do you think listening to that type of music kind of helps you stay in your own lane as opposed to like picking from the hot hip hop sounds? Shout out to Quan.
For sure.
You think so?
Just because it keep me grounded. Like when you listen, like for the most part, I don't even like riding around listening to like the new shit. Like it'd be too rowdy for me. I be chilling and shit for real.
Nah, I'm the same way, bro. And it's all these niggas talking about is killing each other now. It's like that shit. I don't know. I always like. I remember my mom always tells a story of me running around with like. Remember the little tape deck player that you had as a kid? It was like colorful, or whatever. I forget what it was called, but you could like really play music.
Damn, that's crazy.
I had a Barry White tape. And I would always play Practice What You Preach over and over. That was my shit. I remember vividly, like...
I kind of remember having one of them
on
tape
Mama's.
players, though, for sure.
It came with a little microphone on the side.
Yeah, the colorful one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
I used to play my little Barry White in that. So I say all that to say, do you, is that a conscious decision for you to only listen to that? Or is it just kind of just what you feel, what you vibe with?
No, it's just a feeling. It's just a vibe for real. I be vibing. I don't be really on that type of shit. I be vibing. I be wanting to vibe. That's why I be wanting my music to sound like too. Be kind of wanting to vibe for real.
What's your studio scene like? Like, do you like the studio popping? Do you want it like just you, the engineer, and maybe a producer, manager, whatever, or you want the females and what's your studio scene like?
It depends. I done been in different kind of studio sessions, but for the most part, like. It's me and the engineer, or it might be me the engineer. I might bring one of my partners, or it might be like for the most part, I be wanting it chill for real, cause it be better. I don't know, it be a little vibe better. But you get more music, you get better music sometimes when there's people in there and y'all turned up and shit like. For sure.
So back into the story a little bit. You mentioned playing sports and baseball. Like, did Pops get you into baseball? How did you fall into that?
That's crazy because my dad ain't never talked to me about sports, bro.
Really?
I swear to God.
So how did you end up playing baseball? Is that the only sport you played?
I played baseball, basketball.
Baseball, basketball.
Yeah, but basically my auntie. She got 3 boys, so her boys for the most part play sports and shit. So she was into that. Me, my mom and them was more so. They wasn't 100% into that shit. So my auntie actually called my mama and told her to bring me to sign-ups and shit. You feel me? And that's how I got into the baseball shit, like that.
Were you good?
I was cool for sure. I was cool for sure.
What?
I honestly think I was good though.
You think you were good?
I think I was good for sure.
What about? Okay, so as you're growing up, and again, share as much as you want. Is moms and pops in the streets at all? Are they working? Like, what is it? What is your like livelihood like at this point growing up?
For real. My mama, she was working though. She used to work for the post office.
Okay.
But then my daddy, he was in the streets though.
In the streets.
He was heavy. But that's why I'm saying his focus was so much more on just that type of shit than even thinking about some sports. So. Me getting older, it's like, yeah.
Did you ever grow resentment towards Pops?
For
that?
No, I ain't grow resentment for him. Because he was still there, though. He was still there. I ain't really thinking about it in the moments too much like that. I was just having fun and shit. But he was more so like, he was there for whatever else.
Right.
You feel me? More so school, whatever a nigga needed and shit.
And to be honest though, it's nothing wrong with that. It's not like sports is the answer, the end all be all.
He really was a sports nigga.
That's what I was just about to say. If he never was shown that, why would he, implement that into his?
Yeah, so sports though came more from my mama's side. Like my grandpa and my uncles and shit. They played baseball, basketball and shit.
Growing up, who would you say you were closer with, moms or pops?
My mama.
Really?
For sure. Just because we was in the same house. My daddy, we was close and shit, but I was more so close to him though, I ain't gonna lie, like out of like him being like hard and shit. You feel me? More so.
Did that ever kind of push you into wanting to be in the streets a little bit?
Or
could it wanted you to stay out of the streets?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I came up fascinated with that shit for real.
Really?
For real. I ain't even gonna lie. I came up fascinated with that street shit. Just on some, not even trying to say it like that, but like for real. Like,
I mean, it's your truth, so.
Yeah, like I I kind of gravitated to that like early.
Really? Early as what?
I'm probably like 10 and shit watching like, what was that? Paid in Full came out in 2000. I'm watching Paid in Full probably like I'm 10 and shit. I ain't got no business watching that shit. Belly and shit. I was young watching shit like that and then connecting like shit like that to him and shit. I was like, oh yeah.
So you was putting the pieces together without him telling you exactly what he was doing.
Sure,
And you was
sure.
That's interesting.
I done been in a car on shit, young on shit with him.
Really?
Yeah, vividly I can remember shit like that. So that was early. That was probably before I was 10. I probably was a young nigga then. But
so do you think you stepping into the streets was inevitable? Do you think it was avoidable in any way, or it was just it was kind of a done deal? And again, I'm not trying to shit on Pops or nothing. I'm just asking.
Was it inevitable? Could it have been avoided? I think it could have. It might have could have been avoided, but I don't know. It might have been inevitable.
Because to be honest with you, I mean, we grew up where we grow up, right? And with that being said, you can be the best parent in the world. You can teach your kids, give them all the tools in the world. But with so much temptation and just the neighborhood and like, let's say you and I were neighbors, right? And you had the best parents in the world, you know, working class. They could be pastors, ministers, whatever. And then I'm your next door neighbor, and I don't have that.
Right.
You can get so much influence and inspiration from me. Just being next, you know, from us hanging out on the day, I could be the one getting you into the bad shit, and then before you know it, you into that lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So that's why I don't want to say like I'm shitting on Pops.
I always been strong minded, for sure. So I ain't never been influenced.
That's dope.
You feel me? More so by like my peers and shit. I've never been influenced because I kind of was the only one that really was mentally where I was at. You feel me? A lot of my peers and shit really wasn't mentally there. They was cool when you feel me, but a lot of them was on dumb shit. You feel me? They didn't really catch on to just real life shit till later. I was always that shit was always put in my head and shit. That's why I said like both parents make a difference and shit for sure, because that shit played a part in me not doing certain shit and then doing certain shit.
Did you and Pops ever have to have the conversation? It was like him trying to tell you to stay out the streets, and you had to tell him, but you in the streets. Like, did y'all ever have them type of situation?
Nah, we ain't had that situation. We didn't have that, but it came to a point, like high school and shit. It came to a point where he kind of seeing me do like, he kind of seeing the route that I'm going and shit, because it was some shit that happened in school and shit, and he was trying to have me move out of town, and I was like, no. You feel me? I'm like, I ain't about to. It was some shit that happened and shit. I'm like, I'm not about to leave, you know? So then he was like, he didn't want me to go to school and shit. So that kind of forced me to be like, all right, well, like, you feel me? Cause
wait, so he didn't want you to go to school or go to that school?
He didn't want me to go to school and shit. He didn't want me to go to that school. If I would have moved out of town and shit, he would have went with that. But he didn't want me to go to that school because he felt like niggas was gonna come to the school. And
shit, got you.
But me not going to school, I was going to Ohio. I probably dropped out for like 4 months, 5 months. It's 12th grade too.
Did you ever go back?
For sure. I went back, graduated and shit.
Okay.
But
so what were you doing when you dropped out?
I was up under them. I was up under older people and shit, my uncles and just the older niggas on the block.
Back in your hood?
Yeah. And that's that moment right there, like, put me in a situation where it was like, all right, I see what's going on a lot now, firsthand type shit, like, more so.
Are you rapping at this point?
No.
Not rapping yet?
No. So I probably made a song before. I done rapped and shit before, but I wasn't.
You wouldn't classify yourself as a rapper?
Hell no, I probably made a song. Me and my partners and shit playing around and shit. That little 4-month break from school and shit, 5-month break and shit, I was hustling.
So let me ask you this. Going from watching Paid in Full and Belly and all of these movies at 10 years old, and then now you're 17, 18, and now you're getting a 4-month trial of what this life is really like. At 10, you were fascinated with it. What is your thought process at 17, 18? Are you still, is it making you more in love with it, or are you kind of like, damn, this might be a little bit too real for my liking, or like, where's your mindset at this point, if you remember?
I'm gonna keep it real. It never got too real for my liking.
Really?
Just for the simple fact, from the start, just me being around, like, when I'm outside, bro, at a certain age, my daddy already told me, he like, don't be doing certain shit if you ain't ready to go to jail for 10 years.
All right.
You feel me? Don't even get into certain shit. So mentally, I'm already there. Like, it is what it is. Nigga was full already. Just jumped in it.
And this is your 17, 18 year, or this is from 10 to 17, 18?
Nah, this like 17, 18. For sure. Once I graduated and shit, it was over.
You was straight in the streets.
It was over.
You knew.
It's already over with.
Okay, was mom trying to like steer you away from that, or was it just
Nah.
she just knew?
She wasn't necessarily trying to steer me away from it. She was more so, she was like, I mean, what could she say for real? You feel me? Like, what could she, you feel me? She was, I ain't gonna say she was doing certain shit, but she was benefiting too, you feel me? So, shit, she ain't, you feel me?
Right. No, I feel that. And then so at what point does music come in? Like, where it says, I want to do music now myself?
All right, so I'm 17 and 18 and shit, so just think for me being 17 to like 20, when I really start like, I'm like 20, my daddy went to jail, like 2014, I'm like 20. So he went to jail. That's what made me start rapping though, right there.
Your pop's going to jail?
For sure.
But what about pop's going to jail made you start?
I don't know, it just made me speak out.
Really?
Yeah, because like I said, I was fake quiet. I really want to talk or like, just hella much. So him going to jail made me speak out and shit.
Do you think it was like a lashing out speak out, or was it more so like a get this off my chest speak out? Like when you say speak out, what you mean?
It was kind of like both. It was like, and then too, that played a part in it, and then I was around people that started making music and shit. Like I go to the studio with my partners and shit, and they was in the studio making songs. And then it was timing, and then it was that too. Like I got out of my shell. I started getting out of my shell a little bit more, talking wise and shit. But that's for sure. That played a major part in me starting to rap though.
Do you remember what your first rap was about? Was it about Pops going to jail?
I don't think it was about him going to jail. It was more so about like what I had going on. It was still going on outside. So I think that was more so what it was on. It was I be rapping like not necessarily flashy and shit, but I be talking like what we be on, like, and I think that's more so what my first songs and shit was about. Just kind of what I was on in that moment.
Your experiences at that time. So when you start rapping, who do you? Obviously, your style can't be the same now as it was then, is it?
Not necessarily the same. It elevated. I can say that. Like, you can feel the same type of shit. Like, I make different kind of music. Like, I can make a song for me getting some money, or I can make a song for like my girl or something. And I was making shit like that when I first started rapping and shit. You feel me? Different songs. So it's kind of the same. I just feel like I got better with it just over time.
Who were some of your early rap influences?
Hot Boys, of course. Jay-Z. I don't know. I really think like Hot Boys, Jay-Z, Trill Fam, like Lil Fat and them. Lil Fat for real though. That play like, cause I felt like me and him kind of related hella much. And then to the point to where we kind of related so much to the point to where like the older niggas in my hood, I'm playing that shit so much, they calling me fat. Swear to God.
That's hella funny.
Swear to God.
I fucked with the whole Boosie movement too. And then when I first got to college, my roommate was from not Baton Rouge, but like a city on the outskirts. So when you start hearing I went to college in 2009, so this is like right when Boosie got arrested. So we was already, Boosie was already heavy out here. Boosie, maybe the whole Trill Fam. And then when I get there, he telling me all the backstory, and I'm hearing even now, it's making me love this nigga even more. So I already know that love with them. So do you remember who was I know you said your people around you kind of started making music, but who took you to the studio the first time? Who was the first person you let? Because you was a reserved, quiet dude. Right. Who was the first person that you let hear you rap?
It's crazy. It was a group. Trill Youngins.
Wait, you was in the Trill Youngins, or you? But you rapped in front of them.
They was my partners and shit.
Yeah, I fuck with them.
They was going to the studio. We used to be going to the Boys and Girls Club on High Street.
That's where they used to record that. That's hella fun.
Back at Boys and Girls Club, and they used to be going in there and shit, and I just pull up. You feel me, on some random shit, and then nigga went in there one day, just made a song.
Everybody was shocked?
Yeah, niggas was shocked for sure. They was telling me that shit was cool, but that was early. Niggas gonna tell you that.
Listening back, you probably think it was hella weak, huh?
No, I don't think it was hella weak, but it was you know, nigga had to learn shit, learn how to do, you know, different ways of rapping and shit. But it was cool though.
Speaking of, how do you feel about, and again, share as much as you want, with Oakland being so political right now as far as the sides, right? How much of influence do you think that has in the music game?
100%. 100%. Because everybody is either fuck these niggas or, you know,
Right.
It's either or. It ain't really too many people that's
Neutral.
That's more so neutral. That's just making music. You feel me? Like it ain't too many people like that. It's a couple, but
making street music.
It's probably a handful, especially street music. It's a handful. It's either if you in the streets and you rapping,
you one or the other.
You one or the other for sure.
Ain't that fucked up though?
Yeah, it's fucked up. Even though, cause for me, it's crazy. Like I grew up with certain niggas and shit. And my hood is certain niggas, but the niggas I grew up with is funking with all the niggas from my hood.
That's crazy.
So for me, it's like I ain't gonna say I'm an outsider in my own hood, but like it's just weird, bro.
You moved to the video home, John.
Yeah, I moved.
I understand that though, because you gotta understand somebody like me being a basketball player. It's like I grew up with all y'all dudes, and y'all kind of ventured off into y'all sides on your own. That has nothing to do with me. Now, my political ties ain't as deep as you because it's not a specific neighborhood, but it's like, damn, we all used to be in the same gym, football fields together, parties together, and now...
Bro, we used to be walking and shit from this party to this party. Like, buses, 50 of us and shit on a bus and shit.
That's crazy. I would never... Because
now it's like... Say it's 50 of us on a bus going to a party. Now 10 niggas don't fuck with 10 niggas. 10 niggas don't fuck with 10 niggas. And it's just like, bro, like, I fuck with all y'all niggas still.
Does that make you have to be careful who you do songs with and things like that?
Yeah. That just make you got to be careful with who you around in general. Whoever you if you let in your circumference is in general. Like, because you could be around a nigga or something, or nigga take a picture with a nigga or something, it's up. It's a problem. Niggas gonna have something to say about that. So it's like you gotta really just, like you said, move to the video on drum for real, or just mind your business. Niggas respect me on both sides because I mind my business. I don't put myself in niggas shit.
I'm the same way.
Sure.
Yeah. I please keep me out of it. That shit don't have nothing to do with me.
Yeah. But my name being shit though for sure, just on the strength of it.
Yeah.
Just because niggas will want to drag you into some shit. Niggas will really try to drag you in some shit for sure.
That's crazy.
Knowing you feel me?
Right. Outside of the Trill Youngins, like as far as when moms and pops first hear you rap, what was their reaction to it?
You know what's crazy? My daddy been in jail since 2014.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
He's still in jail right now, so he ain't really heard me rap for real. I mean,
really,
it's crazy because he be telling me like people be telling him like.
That
you feel me? People be telling him like, boy, that boy, he good. Like,
is he coming home anytime soon?
Hopefully. Probably got a couple years left. But my mama, she be like, she fuck with it. You can't really tell her nothing about me though.
Your mom's super close.
Nigga don't do no wrong in her eyes.
Yeah, I'm the same way with my mom. So I feel you. So take me through your recording process. Do you write a lot before you get to the studio? Do you like to write in the studio? Do you write two beats? Do you just write verses and then find a beat that match them? Like what's your general style as far as that? For
the most part, sometimes I just sit in my car. Sometimes I write some shit.
You had a beat plan, or you?
Yeah, I had a beat plan, write some shit, or. You know, like if I got a session plan, I ain't really got shit wrote, I'll go in there and punch in or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's like a real common thing, this punch in thing.
I think punching in more common just because it's
simpler.
It's simpler, and then, but when you write your shit, it come out more crispy. For sure.
That makes sense. And you get more, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then sometimes when you write your shit and go in a booth and you rap it on a beat through the headphones, it might sound a little different. You feel me? Like, it might sound off a little bit. So
I've heard that. I've heard that's why some people prefer to tap in. I mean, the punch in thing, because it's like you can't say it the same way twice.
You can't. You can say it the same way twice because I do that a lot. I say the same shit a lot the same way, but it just be off a little bit in the headphones. Like it might be a delay.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I see what you're saying. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, how did you get to the style that you have now? Like, what would you classify your style of rap? Because we got like drill rap. We got so many subgenres of hip hop and rap. Like, what would you classify yours?
Shit, bossy.
Boss music.
Yeah, like bossy hustle music. I can say hustle music and shit, But it's really just like chill vibe music. You can vibe to it and shit.
How did you always have? And I think you probably answered this a little bit earlier. But did you always have this specific style, or did you kind of have to navigate and kind of find your way and say, no, this is the sound I like. This is the sound I'm gonna go with.
I think I always had it, but I kind of perfected it, or not necessarily perfected it, but I got better at it, just over time and shit. So even like recently, I'll just be like, yeah, this is the sound I'm gonna go with.
Do you listen to a lot of Oakland music? I would say I don't want to say Bay Area, but more specifically Oakland.
No, that's crazy, but I don't. I don't just because it's all the same. It ain't really no. It ain't. I don't know. It just really ain't no vibe for real. It just all be the same shit. Like I listen to a couple people. It might be like Lil Bean them or something like that, because they got a different kind of flow or a different kind of sound. But everybody else be more so the same.
They all just dissing each other.
Just all dissing each other and shit. Ain't nobody doing.
And see, I be so out the loop that I don't even be knowing. I don't even be catching the diss in a lot of it. I don't listen to most of it, but when I do hear it, I don't even be understanding who dissing who or what the shit even mean. To be honest,
man, I be knowing just because of just. Like I said, I ain't in this shit.
But you're closer to it than I am. Yeah.
I ain't in it, but I'm in it. So it's like I kind of know, like, damn, them niggas just said that. Damn, them niggas smoking on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Damn. So
how do you feel about that? Like this whole Oakland and the Bay. I hate the Bay thing, so that's why I keep specifying Oakland. But how do you feel like Oakland taking the Chicago, Detroit? I don't want to say sound in general, but just the language and, because we're also always known as being so innovative and having our own way of doing shit. And now we talk like these other states.
That's why that shit ain't going nowhere.
Really? You feel like that?
Yeah, because niggas trying to be like somebody else. It's already done. They already did that shit. So you might as well be yourself. That's why I be staying in my lane for real.
Have you ever did like a collab project with a producer? Just locked in with one producer and put a project together?
Nah.
Would you ever do that?
Yeah. For sure. I want to fuck with Herb.
I don't think I know who that is.
Herb making beats right now. He producing this shit right now.
Okay. That's no disrespect. I'll be out the loop.
He doing a lot of people's shit right now for sure. I think he might.
He's from out here?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's from out here for
That's
sure.
That's dope. I'm sure I heard some of his work, just didn't probably realize it was him.
Yeah. I mean, I did. Actually, matter of fact, I did a project. I just never really finished it or put it all the way together like that with J.N. I went to L.A. for like a week and just knocked out probably 15 songs.
Is there a reason why you didn't put it out, or?
I just feel like it could be better. For real. I don't think he really catered to me. He kind of just
gave you some stuff.
Not necessarily gave me some stuff, but he kind of just like, you feel me? Went with what he kind of felt, you feel me, on him. I don't think he really sat down and listened to me and then gave me my shit. It was cool though, like we got some cool songs and shit, but I just feel like it could have been better though.
Are you super picky with the type of beats that you pick?
For sure. I like I said, I like vibe shit, like it could be a vibe and shit, but niggas be telling me I need some club shit. But I'll be like, bro, like I ain't no club nigga. So it'd be hard for me it'd be hard, but then it'd be like, I guess.
Nah, that makes sense though.
Yeah.
What about that, right? Like when it comes to accepting criticism and other people's perspective on your craft, how are you with that? Do you?
I accept it. I ain't no emotional nigga. So I accept whatever somebody gonna tell me. It's either it's gonna make me or it's gonna break me. It is what it is. I don't be tripping. If you feel like something could be better, let me know. Cause then that's what's gonna make me either go harder. That's gonna make me go harder for sure.
Do you like doing songs with other people? Or
yeah, if they shit cool. I ain't just trying to do something with anybody though.
What about somebody hopping on your shit? Like, do you have times where you have somebody in mind and they come on and it ain't really what you thought it was going to be?
I got some shit like that right now. Swear to God.
What do you do in that situation?
I was just telling somebody like yesterday. I had did some shit and nigga just, I think, kind of put anything on there. He probably already had it in his phone and shit. But how I deal with it like that, I just put it to the side. We ain't got to speak on it. Just put it to the side.
Do you keep the song still, or you just?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it, but
But I'm saying, like, are you gonna take his verse off and then put the song out, or are you just gonna scrap the whole song?
You just gonna put it to the side. I ain't gonna scrap it, and I'm just gonna put it to the side.
That makes sense.
Cause that just caused like, you know, I don't be having time for that shit.
No.
So I just put it to the side. If you want to listen to it, you can listen to it. I ain't really, you know.
What if they wanted to put it out? Would you be cool with that?
Nah, cause it's my shit. Can't put it out if I ain't, you know.
Yeah.
I done did that with somebody before though. Like I done made a song with somebody, and then just gave them the song. Like, it was my song, but I just gave it to them. Like, shot a video and shit.
Is it because you didn't like it that much? You wasn't really, or just didn't fit what you was doing at the moment?
No, I just feel like it was cool for him. So I wasn't really tripping. It was cool for him. We still shot a video. I'm still on it. It's still
right.
Yeah, it's cool.
Same. Do you have like a full team behind you, like management and all of these things?
Not really. I mean, I got like people that support me and help me and shit, but not really like.
Not like a lot.
I don't got people they got a desired job type shit or a set, you know, position. I need to though. That's kind of what I'm missing and shit right now.
Is that something that you plan to do soon, or you haven't really thought that far into it?
It's really just sorting the people out for real. For real, seeing who do this and who do that the best. But you know, everybody got their own life and shit.
Right.
Everybody ain't dropping the ball for their life to come help you and shit all the time. So.
It's a blessing when you come across somebody like that because they're not common.
Yeah, they only gonna do that when it's time, when it's beneficial, type shit.
So how do you, back a little bit to the politics thing? How do you see this affecting music in the long term, like for Oakland? Do you think it'll stop one day? Do you think this is just the new sound in Oakland that we got to deal with just, you know, the sides dissing each other nonstop? Or because the crazy thing that I didn't realize, I didn't mean to cut you off, but there's like generations to this shit.
For sure.
Like,
for sure.
Like the more I talk to certain people and they put me on, I won't say names, but like they put me on game this shit. It's like, oh, you ain't never heard it. I ain't never even heard of the artist first, and then I hear the song. I don't even know who they talking about, but it's like their age group of the two sides is just talking shit about each other.
Right.
That's insane to me, bro.
I feel like I just feel like that shit more so never gonna end. It's just the people that's different that separate themselves from that shit is gonna be the people that get through it. But all the other shit gonna keep going on because that's what they like. That's what get niggas' attention.
And then they got like just
these niggas getting
young kids coming up.
These niggas getting hundreds and thousands of views. I'm talking about I'm doing this and I'm about to shoot this nigga. So I don't think that's ever gonna change because they getting too much attention from it. So it's like you either gonna get with that type of shit, or you gonna weed yourself out and just. So
I mean, obviously that route is usually more slow and steady. Obviously, you're okay with taking that route with the type of music you make. Do you think that kind of feeds into the narrative of the industry pushing this certain agenda of a certain type of music that they're pushing to the forefront and making, you know, the hot sound? Yeah, but the thing about the industry, I feel like the industry is I feel like they moving from that. Because you got so many artists that's not on that. Like you got like the Lil Babies and shit. Or you got like the, I want to say like Kodaks and shit like that. Or you still got artists that's making that type of music and shit, but you got a lot of artists, the different artists outweighing them right now. But so I see you're naming like the upper echelon, right? But I feel like the middle of the pack or like the lower middle of the pack, the people that I might not know their face or name. Right. They're still like when the people pass away, the rappers pass away. I never know who they are, but they have a buzz. I was just about to say, like, a lot of them niggas dying, flat out. It's crazy, flat out for real. Like a lot of them niggas dying for real. So it's like, but then when I go and listen to the music, it's that type of music. Yeah. So it's almost like, damn, well, what do you expect? But they got a deal. They got, you know what I mean? But that's what made them hot. That's why the label signed them or whatever. Yeah. That's why the numbers are. Again, we just was talking before the cameras came on about nowadays, in order to get any type of recognition, they want to see the numbers, what your numbers look like. And that's where the numbers are coming from. Right. So it's like if I made that type of music to get those numbers, to get this situation I'm in, I'm not going to stop making that type of, I'm not going to stop dissing these dudes. And to, like, again, if somebody in Chicago making that music, it's just music to me, but them is real names. They like, them again, even names, in Oakland, bro. Like you just said, when you hear, when I hear it and when you hear it, it's two totally different songs. Right. You see what I'm saying? And then
when I hear it, I'd be like, damn.
Right, and then when these dudes end up dead, I'm looking at it like, damn, why these niggas won't stop killing each other? But you understand a little bit because, like, well, shit, did you hear what he said about him in the soul? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of, like you said, it's shit generational. You feel me? A lot of these niggas funking over shit they don't even know.
Right.
They funking over shit that niggas 10 years older than them was on.
Ain't that's wild, bro. It's literally like the gang culture, bro.
For sure, that's what it is. That the Bay Area done adapted that shit.
Ain't that wild? Do you think it's more of the LA thing or Chicago thing?
Both. I think it's more now. I think LA play a more part of it now. And I say that since Nip Dogg. Nip Dogg making the gang shit be a little bit more, because there's more eyes on them now. You feel me? Like, he was the biggest Crip, so it's like.
And you know what's crazy about that is I lived in LA for years, bro. I lived in LA for probably 5 or 6 years. And that was my bragging point. Like, we don't have gangs up there. Y'all got gangs there. I could never understand how somebody, just because you was around before me, can tell me what to go do.
Crazy. You got young niggas from here that fuck with the LA niggas.
That's crazy.
Like, that's crazy too. Like,
that's crazy.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, him dying and shit made that light get on them more, and then that's what make it kind of stand out. And now it just add on to it and shit. But Chicago for sure. Chicago probably number one. Chicago made that shit viral.
Yeah, this whole, even the Instagram live thing, like, I'll never understand that, how these dudes hate each other.
I don't even get on live for real.
And
I should be on live just on some regular shit, but it's like, I don't even be feeling comfortable on that shit. Like,
yeah, I'm not a real social media guy like that either.
Yeah, but that play a part. That
a huge part, bro. It's everything
that
today.
Play a part in.
That's your marketing right there.
Yeah,
like, marketing.
And that shit be blowing me because I ain't no social media nigga. Like, but I be trying to play how I play a little bit, just a little bit.
But I'm like, you'll learn little tricks, and because I feel like a lot of people aren't. You know what I mean? And eventually you'll get to a space to where you'll just have, you know, X amount of dollars to the side to pay somebody to do that shit.
Right.
Because that's what I do now. Like, I just have somebody that where
pay to do your social media.
Yeah, they run my social media for sure, me, bro. Because it's just too over. Like, I don't even have my social media notifications that come to my phone. With the DMs, that's why I be telling you sometimes, like, I don't even be checking this motherfucker like that, because it's just, this shit is just too much. And I had that one clip go viral, bro, on Instagram, and it's just like having to just see strangers just say shit about me that just don't know me. It's just like, bro, it's mind blowing.
It's crazy because I ain't got to that yet.
Oh man, I
ain't got to the point where people just saying random shit to me.
The funny thing is, I had a clip go viral on TikTok first. And I was telling a guest, and I'm like, bro, don't read the comments. And then a clip of me went viral on Instagram. It's at almost 2 million views now.
I think I'm so humble, bro, and just not, I wouldn't even care.
That's how I thought too. And then until I got caught in the moment where I just happened to have my phone in my hand.
Just because I know.
And it's just like, wait, what? How did you get that from that? You know what I mean? And then before, now I just watch. Now I don't respond no more, but now I'm just watching strangers argue with strangers about me.
Yeah.
About what I meant by what I said in that clip. And neither one of these people know me. Never met me a day in my life.
None.
It's literally like a 30-second clip, and they just going back and forth, cussing each other out. And it's just like, this is crazy. That's the world we live in today.
For sure.
So knowing that, being a rapper, like, just the rapper lifestyle in general, like, does that ever bother you? Do you think about that?
Think about what? Like, just comments and shit?
No, not even that. Just having to have people just opening up. You know, again, you're a reserved guy. I can tell that just from your demeanor, right? Mm-hmm. So just being vulnerable, having to open up and do shit like this. Like, this ain't something that... like you just said, being on Instagram Live, you know, things like that, like interacting, like you almost have to do those things,
right?
Does that like?
I feel
make
like
you hesitant at all?
No, hell no. I feel like you're gonna adapt to it. It's just about adapting to it. Even like, I ain't gonna lie, like my first performance and shit, like I did my first performance. It's probably like a little while ago. Once you in that moment, it's like you just gotta do it. You feel me? You can't really just be like, oh, I can't do it, or I don't want to do it. Like, once it's on, you got a show and you got to get on stage and shit, it ain't I ain't about to do it, like, you feel me? So it's just about adapting to that shit and just going in, like, just taking over the moment, I guess.
Do you, did you enjoy performing at least?
Yeah, it was cool.
It was cool.
I enjoyed it. I for sure want to get more into it. That's probably what I'm missing right now, just performing and shit.
I want to hear like how you would go about getting more performance. It's not. I don't think we have like open mics and shit. Do we?
We be having like people be having like certain shit, like I guess. But it's crazy because I was just talking to somebody trying to get on the Babyface Ray, like opening up for Babyface Ray in the city. They talking about they want 5,000. I said, damn, that's crazy.
That's tough.
That's crazy.
See, and that there is, I guess it's the game, so I get it. But that's the part of the game that I don't really like.
Yeah.
Like people that hit me right and they DM me sometimes like, oh, I'll pay you to come get on your show. It's like, bro, I never want to get my platform to that point.
Right.
Where people are just paying to come sit next to me. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I appreciate the gesture for one. For two, it's like, bro, it's not that serious to me. Like, I love having these type of conversations because I can pull inspiration from anybody sitting next to me. You feel me? But I never really respected the pay for play just because I don't think it's organic.
Yeah, it ain't really organic.
I understand it. I understand it might be, necessary for certain
people want their money and shit, but it's just like,
and it's almost an investment in yourself. So it's like if I bought all this equipment and shit, not knowing how to work none of it. It was just I had to fuck it. I want to do this shit. I got to teach myself how to use all this shit
for sure.
So it's an investment, and so I get it, but it's
an investment to a certain extent,
right?
Like. It's definitely an investment just on the back end, just far as you performing, it's the crib, like this your home, you feel me? But it's just like, bro, like you want that's half a 10.
Right.
Like, you know what I can go do with half a 10 right now.
What about the whole TikTok phase? Like, how do you feel about that?
I fuck with TikTok. I ain't gonna lie, I be on TikTok for sure.
Like creating TikToks?
I be making them like
doing, what do you be doing on TikTok?
I be doing like regular shit. Like I be doing shit that involve like my music and shit.
Okay.
Or like I be on some healthy shit. I be doing like making smoothies and shit.
Okay.
Shit like that.
Okay. I don't fuck with TikTok. I don't even know how to work that shit, bro. My social media manager.
I'm learning right now though, like a little bit.
Like I'm terrible. I don't even check the app no more.
I don't be on there dancing and shit.
That's what I was kind of more so leaning towards though. That's why I started laughing. Like, what the fuck do you be doing on TikTok?
I don't be dancing and shit on TikTok. I be just posting like regular shit.
But it seemed like nowadays, like TikTok is the new spot to blow.
Yeah, it is. Musically, I feel like it is.
You don't even have to have a whole song. It's like if you have 17 seconds, 20 you out of there.
20 seconds, that thing gonna go viral.
That's crazy, bro.
It just take that certain content that's gonna make it go up.
Does it ever bother you the oversaturation of music? Is just how much music is coming out on a daily? Like is that well, I mean, I guess it can't be too off for you because you started doing music in what year?
Probably like I started rapping probably like 2015.
So you your whole career has kind of been gearing towards that. How easy it is to upload music and all of those things now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's easy for me right now. At first it was more so just YouTube and shit. And then I moved to SoundCloud. I was putting shit on SoundCloud. And then I got put on to DistroKid. And then after DistroKid, I start doing, now I do United Masters. So United Masters is just like a better, you get more from your shit. You feel me? Yeah.
Who kind of starts to show you the music business, or are you learning that on your own?
Both. I'm kind of learning it on my own, and then just doing having certain conversations and shit. Certain people be telling me, like somebody had to tell me, I was with an engineer and he told me about DistroKid. You feel me? I said, even when I'm in my sessions, I talk to the engineers and shit. Well, my engineer, because I really only work with one. He'd tell me certain shit, and then I got like people that was kind of putting me on the different platforms, like United Masters, shit like that. So.
Being from the Bay Area, having the hyphy movement to deal with and trying to get away from that. I think we just had a clip go viral on Twitter where they had like what does the Bay slang mean, and everybody's killing it. Like, bro, nobody talk like that no more. Dude, it's like nobody talk. But just talk about that, like how to get away from that stigmatized sound or just the Bay sound.
Man, I feel like that shit been dead for so long,
right? And
motherfuckers just trying to keep it alive, like. Niggas gotta let that shit go. But just as far as trying to get away from it, I just listen to music. Like I said, I listen like just R&B shit and just certain type of music that keep me away from that. Like I don't listen to no like hyphy shit. You feel me? Like I don't listen to that. I never really caught on to that for real. Like
I was out the same way, bro. I never was a huge
I never
fan
really
of it.
caught on to that for real. Like, you know, you got certain songs and shit
Right.
just because you from here.
Yeah.
It's like that's
Inevitable,
automatic.
yeah,
you feel me?
yeah.
Yeah, but far as just me adapting to the hyphy shit, like never. I kind of was a little bit. I kind of came outside. Maybe I was outside around that time and shit, but for real, like a little after that. So that really ain't my way for real.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about your early influences. Speak of like your all time influences musically. Like who would those people be?
My all time influences is like I said, Jay-Z. You could put Tupac in there. Quan gonna beat me up if I don't say Pac, man.
It's interesting that you keep jumping to Jay-Z to the East Coast. Is that like why is that?
It's crazy because it's Jay-Z and Biggie
Really?
for sure. Biggie and
Oh, so you really fuck with the other side? No, I'm just playing. Why is that though? Is it just
it was just more smoother. I feel like the West Coast, like
was more gangster,
the West Coast was more just like straight at your neck. You feel me? Like
and that was more player music?
yeah, I feel like they shit was a little bit more player for sure. It was more like paint a picture type shit. You
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
West Coast, I fucked with it though. I fucked with like Snoop. Snoop was like probably like one of my top West Coast rappers for sure. Like back in the day type shit. Snoop and then Tupac and shit. But like Jay-Z and Biggie, I even go to like Nas a little bit. But
Wow, all New York.
for sure. New
What
York,
about
for sure.
what about today's artists? Like who you really fuck with that's rapping today?
Today I fuck with Babyface Ray. I fuck with the Detroit scene a lot. You got like Babyface Ray, Peasy, Payroll.
I feel like they fuck with Oakland heavy too. A lot of them kind of blew. I don't want to say blew out here, but they was really buzzing out here
Yeah,
early.
they was on some like they fucked with like they idols and shit was like Be Legit now. For sure, like Be
I
Legit.
could hear that actually. Now that you say
Yeah,
that.
Be Legit, E40 and shit. Be Legit really like my cousin though.
Really?
For sure.
That's what's up.
He like married to one of my cousins.
That's what's up.
So I be seeing him and shit like little family,
That's
little
dope.
outings and shit.
That's dope.
But even like down south too. Like I fuck with down south and shit. Like I said, like Lil Baby and them, I fuck with that shit, you know, certain songs though.
If you had to describe your sound with like a region or a state or just an area, what would you say? If you had to combine a few and say this is what certified said music sounds like.
I feel like you gonna get some Bay Area shit just because nowhere gonna talk to you like a Bay Area nigga gonna talk to you.
Right.
You feel me? But you could give me like I said, some New York shit. But it's when I say New York, I'm more so thinking like 90s. You feel me? Like the 90s, early 2000s.
What some people call the golden era of hip hop.
Facts. Even like 90s R&B and then 90s rap and shit. That was probably like some of the best music. So you got, I'll say for real, the Bay Area, Detroit, and then New York. Just, you know, probably wrapped into one. So it's kind of universal for real.
That's dope.
Play my shit anywhere you want to.
That's dope. You mentioned earlier that people, you know, say you got to have club music and stuff like that, and you not being a club dude. Do you ever go into the studio with a conscious effort, like, okay, this song gonna be made specifically for the club, or do you just kind of say fuck that and vibe to your own?
No, I don't never do that. I've done it before, maybe once, and the only reason I did it is because I went to a strip club and I did like a performance, and I seen the reaction, and I needed a song for that. So I went and I made a song for that. But I make songs right now, and I make so much different type of music right now that I might make a song. A lot of my songs you can go play in a club type shit. It might not just be a fucking club banger type song, but you can definitely play
In the club.
You could play some shit for sure.
So talk about the Poppin Champagne song a little bit more. How did this kind of come about? Is this a single off a project? Are you gonna keep just coming with different singles? Like, what's the plan? What's the 2023 look like for you?
Right now I got that. That kind of came about just me in the studio vibing and shit. I don't know.
When you laid it, I didn't mean to interrupt you. When you laid it, did you feel like, oh yeah, I'm about to? Because I know you probably record a lot, right? When you heard this song, did you know like, oh yeah, they gonna fuck with this one? Did you feel that?
It's crazy because I be saying that about all my shit. I be saying they gonna fuck with it for sure, but it be the push on my end for real to get it out there. But Poppin Champagne, I feel like I knew it was a good song, but I ain't gonna lie. Once I did the Stewie shit, it let me know for sure, like, all right, bet. Because even before I did that, I was saying, like, I'm about to push this. Before I even did the performance, I was saying I was going to push it because I got tired of just moving from songs so fast. You feel me? And I feel like people be doing that, like, make a song and just jump from song to song so fast.
Before it get at
and I'm like, bro, I be spending money paying for videos and paying for certain shit when I could just put my money into this song and try to get it to where it could go type shit.
Could you see? I feel like Poppin Champagne is a club song.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Poppin Champagne, who in the club?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, who in the club don't want to pop?
Could you see yourself going to like the local parties and shit, getting in the DJ's ear, telling them to play this? Do you feel like they should play it just off the strength?
It's crazy if you listen to the whole song. Butter, the DJ,
is in the video. I saw that.
He's in the video, but he's actually talking at the end of the song.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I peeped that.
Yeah.
I don't think I peeped that.
If you go the actual video that I just put out, because the song I got on Apple Music and shit is I put it out before, but I actually did some shit where I had Butter come and actually talk on the end of it, and that's the video, the new video that I just put out. So if you watch that shit, you'll hear him on the end talking and shit.
I don't think I caught that, so I got to go back.
I was gonna do. I'm still working on some shit right now. We supposed to be doing a project.
You and Butter?
I was gonna have him host it a little bit for sure.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So what else? I know you're gonna work this song. Do you got a project coming this year, maybe, or you just gonna still?
I got something this year. I might drop something for the summertime. I got some follow up shit though after this for sure. Some summer shit. I might drop something for this summer, a little project, a little EP or something.
And then how's the video being received? You just dropped it like what? Last week, huh?
Probably. What's today? Today Monday. I dropped it on Friday.
Yeah, I was about to say it was late last week.
It's cool. It's cool.
It's gonna be steady growing.
Normally I be doing some cool numbers and shit. I be doing cool little numbers.
If you could collab, I know this is a cliche ass question, but if you can collab with one artist, who would it be?
From where? Just in general?
Yeah, and just the industry period.
Industry period. Damn.
Don't even have to be a rapper, even if it's somebody singing on the hook.
Oh, somebody singing on the hook.
Or it could be a verse, whatever. If your dream collab, who would it be right now?
My dream collab, man. My dream collab, I feel like it's the same with everybody. Jay-Z.
Oh.
Jay-Z is probably my dream collab, just on some, just wanting that shit. But just like on some reach out and touch type shit, I'd probably say, like I said, Babyface Ray. But even above that, I'd go like, I'd fuck around with Meek. I don't really like what he been putting out recently though, but when he get in his bag, though, he in his bag for sure.
We all know Meek got that bag. Yeah. I'm kind of the same way with Meek. I listen to his projects like one time through now, but Meek, he be going crazy.
Yeah, like he be going crazy for sure.
So other than, I know you got some follow up music. What else? What else do we got to touch on, man? Is there anything that we missed?
Damn.
I think this was a dope conversation though. With both parents in the house,
I'm saying his foundation, speaks volumes to that. Of course.
Do you get that a lot though? Like just as far as your demeanor, and because you carry yourself like a
For sure.
Yeah.
I get that shit a lot just from different people in general. Like if I just bump into people, they notice it. Like even if I go somewhere, like I can go out somewhere and I come somewhere, you can instantly tell the energy change.
Yeah.
Like you can see the energy shift. But I think just me being like that is just like seeing certain shit, going through certain shit, and then just me. I'm a Leo, so I'm already kind of just like nonchalant for real. But
you believe in that astrology shit?
Hell yeah, I do.
Oh my God, bro! Don't get me started.
I believe in it just on the strength of like
because people tell you to.
Because not necessarily because people tell me to, but it just show. Like you can tell, like everybody different and shit. Just people got their own personalities. People got their own way of moving and shit.
But you don't feel like all of that shit is so vague that it can be tied to everybody.
Yeah.
And I don't want to like.
I think it more just depends on
disprove it to you.
it's kind of who you are and shit. But I think that time of the year make a difference too, though. Like I feel like it make a difference.
I respect that.
Because I know some people that's Leos and we not necessarily 100% the same and shit, but we got
similarity.
Yeah.
No, I respect
For
that.
sure.
Well, man, this was dope, bro.
For sure.
I appreciate
man.
you pulling up. Before the project come, we gotta do this again, man.
Oh, for sure.
And then, like I say,
man.
once I tell everybody this, man, this is our platform, man. And so, like I said, open door policy, bro. Whenever you want to just come talk your shit, just hit me. It's that simple, bro. For real.
For sure, man.
I look forward to the music, man. I'm a fan of the music. Obviously, like I said, Quad's been putting me on your shit for so long.
Oh, for sure. Quad, my boy.
Yeah, that's my nigga, man.
sure.
Before we get out of here, man. So what is Said's like perfect team look like?
Perfect team.
Yeah, like management. PR person. Like what would you say? Like a one-on-one, on-hand cameraman. Like what would you say your perfect team would look like?
For sure, on-hand cameraman. I got some people that pull up whenever I more so need them to.
I see Papa do a lot of your videos.
That's my boy.
I love Papa, man.
Pop, we kind of all came up the same. Like, for sure.
Me and Pop been trying to do this for like over a year now.
Pop be running around.
Yeah, me too. And it's like Pop the type he'll call me like, bro, can we go tonight? It's like, bro, I got 2 kids. I run 3 companies. Like I can't just do it on the spot. I gotta plan my shit, bro. My schedule be all over the place.
Man, he be busy.
But like I told him though, and this is another thing, I don't like to rush these because the longer we wait, the more shit we got to talk about.
Right.
And since me and Pop first talked about this,
He done did a lot.
I didn't move studios. This is my second studio. Actually, when me and Pop first talked, I was renting out the studio. So this is like years ago. He done did so much shit since then. So that's why I keep telling him. He be like, big bro, I promise we gonna do it. It's like, bro, as long as you say we doing it,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna ever pressure you again. I just like to let it happen organically.
But yeah, he be Pop definitely whenever I need something done.
That's a good dude, man.
He pulling up. Like we supposed to go to LA a couple days. Go out there and shoot probably like 2 videos out there. But I definitely.
What's your thoughts on doing like the West Coast? And I'm gonna let you out of here. The West Coast like mini tour. I just saw somebody talking about it on Twitter the other day. It's like people only touch. Was that you that tweeted that?
Probably.
People only touch certain cities out here.
You know who that was? That was Drew.
That was Drew that said that.
For sure.
People, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
People understand my Twitter games is like a marketing thing. Like you'll see, I won't be on there for hella long, then I'll go turn that motherfucker up, bother everybody, then I'll go missing.
But I think that what he said it made sense just for the simple fact like we kind of like not necessarily we, but a lot of people from like the Bay Area, they box themselves in too much. They ain't really trying to reach their mainstream like places. Like a lot of people feel like that shit. They content with this. Like you gotta look like if you think about the older artists and shit, Filthies and Jay Stallings and rappers and shit like that, they cool with getting their bag here and shit. They got places out of town and shit they can go to, but like here, I guess that's shit. That's what sell for them, you feel me? But I feel like the Bay got a ceiling over it though. Like got a ceiling over it, you gotta really just beat that. You gotta beat your way through that shit. If you wanna get worldwide, you gotta move around. At first, I was more so boxed in too, like even on some neighborhood type shit. But now I'm kind of even more like stretching it out, like involving more of my neighborhood within my shit, like videos, just within the music and shit too. So, cause I be pulling up to different places and shit, and niggas be like, "Why you ain't tell us?" Or you feel me? "Why you ain't tell us to come to the video?" Or, and then just be like, I'd be like, "All right, I gotta involve my people some more," and that's what's gonna make it a little bit more effective too.
No, I agree.
For sure.
I agree.
I dropped that what's name shit though. They was like, "Why you didn't tell us to pull up?"
Which one?
That's
the Poppin Champagne.
That's Stewie's Poppin Champagne shit. They was like, "Why?"
I liked it too though.
Why you ain't tell us? I'm like, bro.
Well, man, this was dope, bro. I appreciate you. Like I said, you got to pull back up on me, man. Do you know the name of what the project is gonna be yet, or are you still? I know it's early because you still got some more singles to put out.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
I'm probably drop a bomb on everybody.
Okay, I ain't mad at that, man. Well, bro, I appreciate you, man. This was fire, bro, for real.
Appreciate you for having me, man.
Go out with a little round of applause, and then we'll let's go back into the song, actually.
champagne for my niggas that ain't here, man. My niggas that ain't here.
Look, poppin' champagne for my niggas that ain't here. Fell back for a second, now nigga vision clear. Hard times make a nigga see who really there. Hard times let you see if people really care, but look, we passed that.